back again with another video. So the 4 main requirements that you need to start an authority. It's only 4 of them. No matter what nobody says, there's only 4 things that it takes to activate the authority. And we're going to go over those right now. But first and foremost, let's say the main thing and the most important thing is the insurance. So we're just going to go ahead and get that out of the way right now. It's the insurance before we get into the other 3 things that you need, because the insurance requirements, I would say 2 years. Give it 2 years before you actually jump out there. Now, it is some insurance companies that will quote you having less than 2 years experience. But when you look at the progressives and you see that the insurance rates are ridiculous to get started, you talking about $30,000 a year, $50,000 a year to get started with outrageous down payments. It's going to be based off of your actual driving record and experience, how long you actually had your CDL. So keep those in mind. So if you plan to jump out there with less than 2 years experience, just expect the insurance rates to be a little bit, more on the expensive side. But it's possible, it's doable, it's all up to you. It's your preference for sure. But let's take a look at the other 3 things that you need, the main requirements, and this is all that it takes for you to get your authority active. Also, I'm going to leave a link in the description, so check out the links in the description. Also, if you want me to email you, with some information for the services that I use to operate my authority, for some additional things that it's not a requirement to start the authority, but you are going to need them, like drug and alcohol consortium and those different type of things like that. I can definitely email you over the contacts and insurance contacts, fuel cards, factoring, all that type of stuff. I can send it all over to you in an email, but you're going to need some of those things to help you along the way with your authority. Just shoot me an email and I'll make sure I get those things over to you, especially when it comes to the insurance. Insurance is important. I got 2 brokers that I use that I know that will give a decent rate, even deal with new entrant authorities as well, depending on your driving history. And I'll get that over to you. So let me know if you need that. But the second thing that I want to talk about is it's actually the first step. The first step is going to be applying for your authority, right? So just know I'm saying insurance is the most important thing, but that's not the first step. The first step is actually applying for your actual authority. So let's take a look at this right here. Right here, I'm on Google. You can go to fmcsa.gov and do the same thing that I'm doing, or you can just Google it or whatever the case may be. But we're actually going to take a look at it right here, FMCSA. The reason why we're taking a look at it, because you got an option. You can pay someone to register this for you, or you can do it yourself. And you can just go to the FMCSA website, and right here underneath registration, you can go to Get Started, right? So we're going to click on Get Started. And right here it says, what are the steps that you need, right? So right here on the top, we're going to go to registration or get authority to operate MC number. So we can go here, and as you can see here, these are the filing fees right here. It's $300 for a permanent authority, notice of change or reinstate. Of course, most of you guys are going to be brand new entrant, so you're a first-time applicant. So now that you know how much it costs, $300 for the application fee. Right here, apply for authority. Right here, click here. Right, we're going to go right here. They got a new system, and it's going to take us to this page right here. Once we get here, you can read some of this stuff if you want to, but you can click on I understand, take me to the registration process. And here is where you're actually going to create an account, and you're going to put in all your information for your company name and everything. And this is pretty much how you can get started. Now, the good thing about this, you can start this process, and if you feel like, you don't understand what's going on at this point, that's when you can look into getting someone to actually do the setup process for you. But $300, the application fee, I would say at least attempt it to see if you can get through the process. Not hard at all. It's basic information that you already have. If you have your LLC and have your business set up, it's going to ask you some basic questions about your truck and stuff like that. Very simple, very easy, very straightforward system to apply for your own authority, and you pay the $300. It's non-refundable, but you pay the $300 and you'll be able to get the application process on its way. Now, after you get your application process, after you complete this process, a lot of people is going to be calling your phone, blowing you up, wanting you to pay for this and pay for that. You don't need any of those things. You don't need any of those things to activate your authority. Once you get your DOT number and your MC number, what you want to do is get everything that you need to get started. Now, the next thing that you would need is a UCR. So let's click right here, and it's very simple. All you have to do is go to ucr.gov. ucr.gov. Once you are issued your DOT number, you're going to go to ucr.gov, and right here, just simply put in and enter your US DOT number and begin. It's going to ask you some questions. You pay the $75. I believe it's $75. Don't quote me on the price, but I believe it's around $75. It's not even $100. Depending on how many trucks you have. If you're just registering one truck, you should be good to go. So there you have it. All right. So we talked about insurance. We talked about applying. We talked about UCR, right? So the last thing that you need to activate your authority, I'm going to recommend OOIDA. So let's take a look at OOIDA, and I will send this in a link to you as well, or you can just Google OOIDA, right? Now, they offer a lot of different services when it comes to your trucking authority. Now, the main thing that I use them for is my drug and alcohol consortium, which you don't need to get the authority active, but you are going to need that. You're going to have to take a new applicant drug screening and all that for your business. So if you want to go ahead and do that, you're going to do both of these things through OOIDA. But the last thing that you would need, and this is not in the order, by the way, first thing first, let's take a look. Let's go back and put it in order. First things first, you're going to fill out the application, okay? Then you can do your UCR, and then you're going to do your BOC3. Now, this has to be done by a third party. And believe it or not, I don't even know what the BOC3 is, right? I don't even know what it is. If you know what it is, drop it down in the comment section. But it's a one-time thing. The UCR is a yearly thing. The application is a one-time thing, and the BOC3 is a one-time thing. So this one-time processing fee that you have to pay is one time, but it has to be third-party done, and you can go hook up with OOIDA. Now, I know you can Google some other places that do this. I've seen as low as $25. I'm not sure with OOIDA charges, but I know it's not what I paid, which I'm trying to prevent you guys from getting into. Is I paid like over $500 or something getting into all of this stuff, but it's not necessary. Let's do the math and see where we're at. We're at $300 for the application. We're at about $75, for the UCR, and let's say this BOC3 is $100, right? So right there, altogether, you're under $500 to start your trucking authority and get the process rolling, not counting insurance, because of course that is the most expensive thing. So we did our application, we did our UCR, and now you go to OOIDA and they can do the BOC3 for you. Now, once you get all this stuff attached to your authority, the last thing you would need for your authority to go active is insurance. Now, this is going to be the most expensive thing, and it varies. So you can call Progressive or shoot me an email. I'll send you over the agents that I got in the email along with all of this stuff. The UCR, I'll even leave links for it to you. The BOC3, and I'm going to send you OOIDA for that. So let me know what you guys think about it. This is the only things that you need. These are the 4 main requirements that you need to start your trucking authority. Keep in mind, I recommend you guys stay out there, get your experience, save some money, and you'll be able to get out there and get some decent insurance rates. That's what I recommend, 2 years. If you want, within those 2 years, what you guys should be doing is go ahead and start your business. If your plans is to get out there and get your operating authority while you're out there, while you're getting experience those 2 years, if you want, what I suggest you do is work for a company, buy you a truck, lease that truck on for a year or 2 years or a year and a half or whatever the case may be. Start your LLC and start building business credit. That way, when that 2 years come and you're ready to start a trucking authority, you'll have been saving some money. You'll hopefully have been building your business credit, working on your personal credit. Most importantly, you'll have the experience that you need to get a decent insurance quote from any of these companies. But if you want to go ahead and jump out there, you can most definitely call the insurance and see what the quote may be. And that may be the determining factor whether you can afford that or whether you'll say, you know what, I'm going to just wait a year and a half to 2 years, then come back and check for insurance rates again, see if you're better qualified, and then you can go from there. So it doesn't hurt to get a quote. That's another thing. It doesn't hurt to get a quote. If you 1 year in or 6 months in and you want to call insurance to get a quote to see if, it's something that's going to be easy, something that's going to be affordable for you to do, then you're definitely welcome to do that. But guys, that's all I have for you guys. that is the 4 main requirements that it takes to start an operating authority. If anybody tell you you need any of this other type of stuff, especially if you do that application online and people are going to call your phone saying that you need this and need that, it's not true. You only need those 4 things, okay? You got to apply, you got to do your UCR, you got to do your BLC3 and insurance. Those are the only things that you need to activate a trucking authority. So I hope the video is helpful. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And until next time, see you in the next video.